robić fotę?
That's fine. Nope, no power on the flight controller. Power's plugged in. And again. Nothing. Actually, after plugging in the USB connector, the power is actually going to the board, which allowed me to actually run Betaflight. But one of those motors started burning actually, so I had to turn it off. Not to burn any ESCs, of course. So let's see if I actually plug in the USB cable. The board, yeah. So the ESC started, and then the motors are ready to go. But still, yeah, there is seems that there is a problem with the board still. I can actually manually run the motors, but we'll be risking some damage here. So I have okay, so Betaflight is now connected. I can try to run the motors, so manually start them. Yeah, well, those two motors are running fine. Yeah, they're running smoothly, but those two are twitching actually, so it seems that there's something wrong with them. So yeah, these are really twitching, and I'm not going to risk a fire here. Yeah, very uneven run. Okay, the ESC is now reset, so there's been a power failure as well. And yeah, this motor is not getting very hot, but yeah, but you can actually feel that something is burning. So I'm going to take this one apart as well as this one. So I'll desolder them, and then we'll see what happens actually inside, because there seems to be two problems actually. There's something shorted in this motor for sure, because it started actually smoke came out of that when I actually increased the power. So I turned it off not to burn the ESCs, but still the problem. And well, the other problem is that the board is not getting enough power. So that's another issue which had to be looked into. So as for the flight controller, well, it's actually working because it's connected to Betaflight, and you can see that that actually it's working. But apart from that, there seems that there's something definitely wrong with that. The only modifications that were actually done, if I can focus the camera right now, I'll just plug. Okay, I'll just remove the USB cable right now. I'll just remove the power as well. Okay, no power here. Okay, the blue light came on for a minute. I'll just plug that out. Okay, this is unplugged. So the only modifications that were actually done, I'll just take off the antenna as well. I've attached the receiver, which is an S-bus receiver, and I took the S-bus cable right here. So this is it. But the other thing is that actually, alright, so I've checked that the FC, which is right, if I get it to focus, maybe. Okay, so the FC is getting 12 volts from the battery. It's a 3S battery, 700 milliamp hour. And well, okay, so there are 12 volts coming from the ESCs of to power the F3 board. And actually, it's probably directly powered, but still, probably the voltage regulator is failing because it should be 5 or 3.3 volts. And the only things I've actually added here are the LED strip. You can see it right here that it's plus 5 volts signal and ground, so it's not getting any power. And I've attached the buzzer. As you can see, there is this plus to minus, so everything is connected properly. And the buzzer is mounted right here actually, so there is no short right here. Well, which is a tricky thing. So this will have to be reviewed because this quadcopter is at this point is it's actually a fire hazard. So not risking any more damage right here. Just to make sure I've desoldered everything, so the LED strip is gone, the buzzer is gone, the buzzer cables are hanging here, and so yeah, there is no more place for a short. And still, when I plug in the power, the FC does not seem to start. It does not seem to get any power, and the built-in VTX is not working as well. I can just try it right here. Maybe if I plug in the power more properly. Okay, here it is. And if I press this button, I guess this should turn off the VTX. Nope, nothing. There is no power, obviously, and the LEDs don't light up as well. So yeah, there's something definitely wrong with the FC.